But I mean, I think that there's a time and a place for every different kind of identity in music. You know, I think that there's that it's okay for artists to jump around and not always be so consistent with the identity they carry in their music, because humans are way more complex than that. If my dream is to sit in that chair, then I gotta sit in the chair.
Art support.
Is that no matter what, it's always the same thing. It's people like it or people don't.
And that's all it is.
And it's like it's one of the two. Now what I do like is like looking for like personal like stories of something that really means something to someone, because that's really awesome when a piece of music that I create actually means something to someone's life. Like that is really incredible. That's why I do what I do. But when I'm pulling so much from my real life and it becomes draining, you know what I mean? Like I'd go up to like, you know, try and think outside myself. When I'm not just strictly stating facts about like, this was my relationship, this is what I feel about the girls in my life. Like, it's not all like that. You
It's
mean
abstract.
It's just like there's different places to pull different words from, and a lot of times I like to just like use emotions that I'm going through and then put the words to those emotions. You know what I mean? Because it just allows for better like storytelling on what you're talking about. That's like my main focus, is like just keeping it real myself and like and talking about what I feel, because you can go back and you see yourself going through this wild emotional journey. You know, you see yourself with moments of like, damn, I was full of self-doubt there, and then damn, I was really feeling myself right there. You got to separate the difference between what's real and what's not. Like I have a life, and that's what was a big part of this recent times, was like getting back to being a human being, going out, like getting a drink with friends. Yeah, like this is what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm supposed to have this whip, right? I'm supposed to be in this big ass crib, right? Like I'm supposed to have parties. I'm supposed to, you know what I mean? But but then realizing that it's not really, like that's not really me.
That's not you, right?
But I mean, I would just say, I don't know, maybe they really just don't like me, which is fine. Like that's really fine. You know what I mean? Like you gotta like, it's like a big high school. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people just don't like you, and that's fine. I completely have confidence in my ability. I'm not tripping on having to overflex for anything. I have accomplishments and they speak for themselves. And I have music and it speaks for itself. Man, I must be a real rapper. Funny though, because I always get the question of like, you're white. How did you start rapping? And to me, it was never like a weird thing, I guess. I just never really thought about it. Obviously I knew like, yeah, most rappers aren't white, but I wasn't like, should I be doing this? I'm not tripping. Everything is about if you're comfortable with self. All that shit is like, people can say whatever. So I had to get comfortable with self real quick. For sure. I mean, I was so certain. That's one of the things that I feel like is the reason why I'm here, is because I was so positive that I was gonna do this. You know what I mean? Like by the time I was 15, like when it was just me and the homies like walking around like in ciphers and like performing for 2 people, like I already thought I was on. I think for me, I wanted the album to feel like a breath of fresh air. Just a lot of the music I had done recently was a little darker and sad, depressing, if you will. And I wanted this album to kind of be a departure from that and feel like, you know, when you
So
go get
these
the
are
paper.
like uplifting songs?
I wouldn't necessarily, some of them, I wouldn't use the term uplifting, maybe just more like confident. But I mean, I think that there's a time and a place for every different kind of identity in music. You know, I think that there's that it's okay for artists to jump around and not always be so consistent with the identity they carry in their music, because humans are way more complex than that.
Absolutely.
You're not always this dude, you know? Like you even take like Kendrick. Kendrick just put out that For Free video, right? And everyone's like, oh, Kendrick has a sense of humor? It's like, yeah, Kendrick has a sense. What are you talking about? Like, he's a human being. I want to be able to not be this guy in music, right? Not be the drug guy, not be the love guy, not be the depressed guy, the hip hop bars guy, the happy guy, but just to be like, try and capture what it is to be a human being, which is all of those things. You don't have to hide any part of yourself. And I think in music, a lot of times people get tied up in the wrestling aspect of it. You know, like the theme music and walking in and this is my character and I'm this guy. And it's like, nah, man, there's no way you're that every day of your life. I think I just kind of started giving more of myself and who I actually am. I want to be positive as a human being and through music, but I also want to have low points. You know, it's like an ascension, and there's moments that get dark because nothing is all good. So to get to the state I'm in now, I had to get completely good. You know what I mean? Like figure out like what I actually wanted to do. I'm here to completely say that like I'm trying to get better. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not at a point where I'm like, this is what it's gonna be. Like I'm still figuring it out. I don't know, man. Like the universe has just kind of really been working in my favor since I like started like focusing on who I actually am and being a dude. Like I'm starting to understand what my place is. All I'm trying to do is get better. So someone saying like, you're the best ever. Like, I'm like, you know, and then someone saying like, you're the worst ever. It's like the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
like
just an opinion.
Right. But you know, I don't do it for the money. Okay. I do it for the art. You feel me?
Shut up.
My main thing is I just wanted to come back with something that was like confident and like some fun. There's nothing wrong with being fun. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with feeling yourself. And that's the headspace I wanted to get into before I came back. I didn't want to come back depressed. Like, let me just be direct and like, I don't care. Like, I'm not tripping about what my place is anymore. I'm not worried about what I can and can't do. I know who I am, and like and I'm just gonna rap and have a good time. You just kind of look at this too seriously. You worried about your legacy too much. What am I gonna leave behind? How am I gonna be remembered? Fuck all that, man. Like, you got today. I'm a dude that just makes music, loves to make music. I don't know what world I fit in. If my dream is to sit in that chair, then I gotta sit in the chair. Overdosing is just not cool. There's no legendary romance. You don't go down in history because you overdosed. You just die.